bad at all, to be fair.
Thank you very much.
Better than I normally manage, that's for sure.
So Mark Haig from the back of the grid. That'll be an interesting one to watch over the following 9 laps.
It certainly will, yeah. No, Mark is definitely no slouch, that's for sure. He obviously proved himself very competent indeed on this particular machine. So the revs rise, the lights go out, and we're racing. And big surprise, here's Mr. Woolley away from the lights very nicely indeed. David Bull goes with him there. Calvin Hogan also in the top 4 as well. Can he hold on? He does indeed hold on through Paddock Hill Bend. A lot of practice going through there as the rest of the field make their way through. We're going to keep an eye on Mark Haig, and I think he's up to the midfield already, mate. He's made a fantastic start there. As Woolley leads them around Drew. But what I'm annoyed about is, I think if we look at the lap times in the previous races, that Mark Haig seems to be the only one who might take the fight to Kev Woolley, unfortunately compromising his race. Oh, look at that, he's gone around the outside. Oh, here we go, bit of action at Graham Hill. A few people going very wide indeed.
That was Colvin Turner onto the green stuff there. And I see Mark Haig just found his way through on the number 7 machine of Pete Fishwick on that blue and yellow 25-year anniversary colour scheme. I think it's the best name for it there.
Anniversary scheme for Pete at least. Yeah, absolutely. Over the line we go then. Kev Woolley leads the way from David Bull. It's Calvin Hogan in 3rd place as well. Then we've got Alan Cooper and Hayden Smith there leading Clubman, ahead of Paul Whitby, and then Tom Ridley, Pete Branson, Billy Perkins, Dennis Halil and Damien Lee. So that gives our listing in Perth, Australia. Friend, Mr. Eyre, obviously his friend Pete Branson out there as well. His other friend Paul Whitby. Neither of them at the moment looking good for a top spot as Mr. Ballerini does decide to come and join the action there. There we go. Better late than never, Rick. Here we go. So Rick will just join us, and it'll be interesting to hear if Rick's got any inside knowledge. Go on, mate, what do you see?
Looks like somebody retiring back to the paddock, unfortunately. We'll try and pick up a number, but...
Is that the 100 machine?
I don't think it is. No, I suspect... Well, I'll keep an eye on who I suspect it may be there, Keith.
I don't know if we've got any news at all, Rick, but Mark Haig very late to the correcting area.
He was late off, I don't know why. I was running up here.
Yeah, no, you're right, mate, don't worry.
Did he have to start from pit lane? Or from
back of the grid?
Back of the grid, right,
yeah.
okay.
A few people were a little bit slack getting to the grid.
Unfortunately, retiring out of the race there, Keith, was Hayden Smith on bike number 5.
Oh, that's a great show, because Hayden doing very well indeed there, leading Clubman, of course. Right, I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave you with Rick for a second, because I need to pop downstairs quickly and check some...
So David Bull, bike number 8, who just made it onto 3rd on the grid by the skin of his teeth. He's up there into 2nd position now. Calvin Hogan right there playing check. But Kev Woolley on lap number 3 here. He's gone purple in sector number 1. Last time around a 53.170, but he's going purple in sector number 1 and looking good to improve on this lap to extend his advantage.
He's flying. Multiple championship winner, Kev. He is on it this weekend for sure.
53.0054 for him. David Bull, Calvin Hogan up next, and then it is the number 30 machine of Alan Cooper and Paul Whitby in the top 5, but 1.4 seconds adrift from Paul Whitby. We have a good fight there between Tom Ridley, number 166, who's leading the Clubmans, and the number 19 of Pete Branton, who not raced in this class for a year or 2.
No, but he's another multiple champion, and he's obviously getting himself up to speed for next week's classic stuff that he's doing.
Certainly is. He's through on Tom Ridley as well. Mark Haig is there as well, number 110. Mark Haig, he found his way through on 2 people on that previous lap, and he's already through on Dennis Halil on this one as well. So Mark Haig, number 110.
Just taken another place. Oh, has he? Yes, he has.
It wasn't given to him easy, was it?
No, it wasn't. He was not going to get that one for free.
Absolutely not. Round McLaren's onto Clearways, from Clearways onto Clark Curve, and then onto the front straight for your race leader. Bike number 51, Kev Woolley, former champion, as you said there, and he leads now by 3.6 seconds. But David Bull, Calvin Hogan and Cooper and Whitby all going personal best on that lap. Mark Haig makes up 2 positions and is now playing chase to Pete Branton, and once he's through on Pete Branton, there'll be a little bit of clear track in front of him.
Yeah, Kev Woolley's he's 0.8 a second quicker on average for the first couple of laps here. So he's trying his best to check out, and he's actually succeeding. I would look at this.
Well, where's he making the time?
Well, he got it straight off the line straight away, and he already gapped everybody straight away. I haven't watched him enough this weekend to see where he's picking it all up.
It just seems to be a little bit everywhere, and comes together.
It's difficult when he's not with anyone, you know, when he's making it all on his own, which is what he's doing. Fair play to him.
Certainly working for him. He's gone purple in sector number 1 on this previous lap as well. Earlier on today, he did a 53.059, and he's just smashed that with a 52.911.
52s, we're in the 52s.
David Ball, he's up next on bike number 8. Second position for David Ball at the moment. Calvin Hogan in 3rd place. And of course, earlier on, Calvin did take 2nd in class, 3rd overall, because Mark Haig was the man who took 2nd overall, 1st in class. So race leaders down from Druids in towards Graham Hill Bend now. And Kev Woolley getting into the thick of things with some of the tail enders. So David Ball, Calvin Hogan, next up is Cooper, then Whitby. But Mark Haig is through on the number 19 of Pete Branton and is closing the gap now between themselves and the group in front.
He is riding out of his son.
Personal best in sector number 1 there for Mark Haig, and he is leading the way in the Clubman's now.
Really crowded over there in the entrance to Clearways.
Oh, it really is, isn't it? It's trying to pick them out as to who's on the lead lap, who's unfortunately being put a lap down. But I can see the bright orange colour scheme there of number 110, Mark Haig. So across the line, side by side between David Ball and Calvin Hogan. Calvin goes to the inside. Alan Cooper has trying to take that swooping line.
Three abreast. Look at that.
Alan Cooper trying to almost use the berm on the outside. Didn't work for him this time.
I think Calvin was using Alan Cooper as a berm.
I think you might be right on that one, as Mark Haig looks for the inside pass as they go through Druids there. Just nudges them aside a little bit there. Back markers coming into play there as well, so that'll be a bit of a shock to the system.
This is what I was expecting in race 1, this, to be honest. I was expecting this massive battle freight train job like in race 1, but it's materialised now because Kev Woolley's decided he doesn't want any of that. He's off.
Exactly, yeah, that's it. Stay out of the drama, just lead it from the front and wait until the checkered flag. But he's doing a great job out front at the moment. He's last lap was a 53.7, but the fight in second position, look at the times, 55.1 for David Ball. So they cost themselves time, but it's all about track position now. It's Calvin Hogan.
It's all that scrapping and it's all those back markers. And Calvin Hogan has got to the front of that group, and that's a great effort by Calvin.
Really is there. 3rd place earlier on overall, 2nd position in class, and he's looking good for a 2nd position in class again in this one because Kev Woolley has a 7.1 second advantage over Calvin Hogan. David Ball right there with him, only a 10th of a second behind. But 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th separated by 1.1 seconds. Yeah, I'm not really surprised to see this from Calvin because he's not been out all year. You know, this is his like one of his early first times out sort of thing. So for him to be where he was earlier and now where he is now, it's only because he's getting faster and faster as he goes along. Exactly, it's all about track time, isn't it? The more comfortable you get, the quicker you go, the more comfortable you get. It's a bit of a happy circle. So round Clearways onto Clark Curve once again. The last lap flag is now out as Kev Woolley comes across the line, 53.5 on that previous lap. But enough about the lap times, it's all about the track position as David Ball comes across the line. It's all about the battle for second. Look at this, there's 4 of them going for it. Go on then, we've got 1 lap to go. Who's it going to be? Oh, do you know, that's really tough actually. I think looking at it now, I think it might be Dave Ball because Dave Ball does like to keep his powder dry. He likes to think the race through and then he'll go for it at the end. Calvin's wide up there. He's got pushed out. I think that was wasn't it? Mark Haig, got underneath him. Through. And Mark Haig, first of the Clubmans, he's 4th overall at the moment. Misses the apex of Graham Hill Bend by around about a foot or so, and that'll cost him on the drive in towards Surtees. Calvin Hogan won't need a second invitation, but he's just not close enough to make a challenge. No, and as I suspected, Dave Ball's got this in the bag. If he doesn't make any mistakes, Mark Haig has just gone underneath Calvin. Calvin's trying to go the long way round, and they're almost side by side as they come around Clearways onto Clark Curve. But the checkered flag goes out, and it's another win for Kev Woolley on bike number 51. But look at this side-by-side action. David Ball and Alan Cooper. It's been credited to Alan Cooper by 0.02 of a second, and it was purple in sector number 2 on that final lap for Alan Cooper. So that's great stuff there. Of course, those guys fighting for the championship as well. Yeah. We'll need to look at the points later. Absolutely. So Kev Woolley takes the win by 7.1 seconds over Alan Cooper, who takes 2nd place by 2/100ths of a second over David Ball. Mark Haig in 4th from the back of the grid. That is so impressive for Mark. First of the Clubmans. Yeah, and look at the guy here, Mr. Peter Branton, who is now in the 53s, and that looks good for tomorrow for him joining the front battle. Certainly does, because it's a 52.9 as the fastest lap of the race for Kev Woolley, and then Cooper, Ball, Haig, Hogan, Whitby and Branton all in that 53-second bracket. Yeah, it's only going to get worse then tomorrow. So further down then, 2nd of the Clubman's, 8th position overall. That's Tom Ridley